Welcome back, and it's Super Sunday. We are reincarnated in blue.
Yeah.
Everton will be taking on Chelsea at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Two blue sides team that have flattered to deceive this season. Everton, we talked about last week when they got 10 points.
Yeah.
They've been able to take 6 points out of 6 already, and they find themselves out of the relegation zone.
Yeah.
How do you think the atmosphere at Goodison Park is after those two brilliant wins?
It's starting to look bright for them. I think they got docked and then they hosted United, mixed emotions at home, lost that game 3-0, went away to Nottingham, had a good performance, got the 3 points, 1-0, and then played Newcastle. And Newcastle that
a team that we've been thinking has been difficult.
Exactly. And Everton deserved that win. They got late goals, but still they looked the team likely to win, and they won. Now those 6 points, already they're working on a negative. They know another win and a draw, then they put to bed the dock 10 points, and then they start from there. The good news is they are 17th already. They have left the drop zone, and we had said here that Everton surely, with the newly promoted side, would still stand a chance.
Very interesting. Of course, Everton showing a lot of character, team. We upload what Sean Dyche has done there. And of course, having a goal in that Newcastle fixture where they had 30 passes from their teammates before that goal was taken in by Beto. One of the highest passes recorded this season after Manchester City. I think that they've done 3 times. So it was very interesting to see how this Everton side is all of a sudden picking up the remains that they had there and trying to pick up from that negative and trying to turn it into turning it into a positive. The fans at Goodison Park coming out in large numbers and making that atmosphere very cruel for the Newcastle side that has been struggling. Perhaps Chelsea having lost to Manchester United, they come into this particular game as well at Goodison Park. We expect a similar atmosphere that Newcastle faced.
Similar atmosphere. Goodison knows they have to make points, and they will give the energy to the players. And looking at how Chelsea played against Man United, Everton will surely think there are some points to pick from Chelsea.
It will be very interesting. Of course, those goals coming from Beto, Doucouré, and of course Dwight McNeil. Another player was perhaps not started the season very brilliantly like we thought, but he's now starting to pick.
Scoring,
he has scored and assisted in the last 2 games. So it shows you that perhaps he's on the right track. Abdoulaye Doucouré is a player that there's no doubt about his quality. He hasn't produced as well as we had thought. But now Everton's starting to gel. They need to perhaps now start keeping a bit of more clean sheets at the back with Tarkowski and Brathwaite there, who have been brilliant, but perhaps they need to get a bit tighter. Ashley Young are also trying to help this side, but perhaps they need now to start looking at another young player to come and really cover for him. When you look at Chelsea, they came to Manchester United and really fell below the standard perhaps we might have expected. This is a Pochettino side that we've talked about all the time, blowing hot and cold. This was another cold performance against Manchester United.
Cold performance. The coach called it a tired performance, but I want to...
Tired from what though?
I don't know, but I want to put the blame back to the coach, Tony. Yes, we know the players have been in discipline, but I don't think any day you would play Kukurea as a right back over James, who is fit and available. I think the coach got it wrong there. I want to call him also a tinkerman because Palmer was benched the game before yesterday's game. So you look at Chelsea and you're saying, who are the perennial starters? We've seen Modric play some games, others doesn't. The only standout or the stay players is the striker Nicholas Jackson and maybe Raheem Sterling. So without that cohesion, I think the team will struggle. And we've looked at the 100+ million midfield. They've not gelled, Tony. Enzo and Caicedo have been poor. I want to be honest and say Caicedo, for me, has not lived to the expectation. He's fallen off. People are running past him with a lot of ease. So Chelsea, for me, I think still has work to do.
Very, very interesting. Of course, they come into this particular game against an Everton side still hungry for points. Chelsea themselves will be hungry for points. They've won and lost and still maintain 10th position. Because we've seen a lot of people coming out and talking about how curious it is that they keep winning and losing and they still maintain 10th position, but they will still want to keep pushing up the table and trying to put pressure against the teams against them ahead of them in that table. So this is a particular game where I see perhaps they can sneak something because Everton hasn't been keeping the clean sheets. That's why I've gone for 1-1 in this one.
I've also gone for draw in this one. I've gone for 2-2.
Very interesting, that game coming to you at 5 p.m. on Sunday evening. You cannot afford to miss it. A blue affair at Merseyside. Don't miss. We'll be back after the break. Don't go anywhere.